so I will. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining this session. Before we start, I need to explain a little bit about Cellebrite and what we do so you'll understand better the customer journeys that we built and why we took the decision with the B2B commerce of Salesforce. Our customers are from the military, secret agencies, police agencies. They deal every day with solving crimes, searching for data. Cellebrite comes and brings them a solution of how to analyze, extract, and unlock digital information from the phone of the victim or whoever it is. Based on this, they would not go like any other customers to Amazon or to eBay and search for a product. We need to give them a different journey, we need to give them a different solution. They would need to go to a different place and stay there and use our product, which we built on Community Cloud. And over there, we need to present to them where we can give them more benefit using the B2B commerce. For us, it was easier because we're already using CPQ, the whole sale process is within Salesforce. We have the data, we have the install base, we know who the customer is, we know who we sold it to, and based on this information, once he goes into a journey, and I'll demo it in a few minutes, I would not bore you with this presentation. Once they go into the website, to the community portal, they will be having a journey that leads them eventually to do also a purchasing to complete whatever they need to do with Cellebrite. Before I jump into the presentation, I'd like to start with a story. It all started when 2 years ago when we were here with Emmanuel, my boss, the CEO at Cellebrite, CIO, sorry, at Cellebrite, and we started and I came with a dream to have a customer community cloud using Lightning components and everything, and she was here and she saw it, and she let us lead the way together with the great team, Shay and Anatoly, and the rest of us on the team leading this community portal that I'm going to present. Since then, we joined in Salesforce mobile application because our customers are most of the time offline and they're not connected to the web. So we want to give them the experience from the mobile with a push notification so they would know how do we approach them and what they can do with us. And in January this year, we started to talk more about commerce, about what more we can give to the customers other than just using our standard community as a service platform, not just a knowledge article, not just cases. We want to give them more. And the more was the Cellebrite services, whether it's training or advanced services in our labs, send the phone and we can do this for you and extract the data for you. Once we completed the development of the journeys within the portal, the next step was the B2B commerce, and we sent Shay, my architect, to Salesforce offices for a 4-hour session. And after the 4-hour session, he was driving and I was driving in the car, and we had a phone conversation that is even recorded, which we come back and hear every now and again to say, this is the decision that we took. And during the conversation, he was like, this is an amazing system. You can do everything with the system. It has cards, it has price rules, it has price books, it has product options. Almost everything that we sell is a bundle together. And it has it all. And then he said, but, and he's a developer, I can develop it for you. I can develop a card for you, I can develop a checkout process for you. This is a robust system. And then we went to the discussion and we said, we can build it, but they have already did it. They gave us a full solution, and the only thing that we need to do is convert it into a Lightning web component and present it within our website, and not to have it as a different store, different place, different location, that the customer clicks on our community portal and redirect to a different link. This is what I'm going to show it to you now. So first of all, let's start from where the customer starts. This is my phone, and this is the Salesforce mobile app. Everything that we publish, everything that we do, every post, every case update, every service that he completed, that he finished that the phone was unlocked or we completed the extraction, everything has a push notification on the bell on the right top corner, and he sees his feed just like when you go into your bank account and you see your latest transaction before you go to see all the 3 months transactions that you do. You get your feed on the home page, and when you scroll down, you go into the call to action button. It's actually what we want you to do, what we expect you to do in here as a journey. Whether you want to use our advanced services, whether you want to read our knowledge articles, or you want to register a device that you just got from the factory after purchasing it. This is the customer experience. They can go into support, they can go into, they can see all their cases, and they can chat with our agent with the live chat of Salesforce directly from here. Remember, our customers are military, law enforcement. Their computers are not connected to the internet, our devices are not connected to the internet. So they have their own phone. If they want to ask a question, I have a problem now when I work on my extraction data with the Cellebrite device, but they want to contact the tech support team, they can do it directly in here using a chatbot and everything else. They will get the answer that they need to see, or they can look and scroll down in our knowledge base, technical articles of what we can do. So this is what they have today, and now let's move to what they're going to have in the future. And the reason that it's in the future is because this is the B2B commerce. This is not just the technical step. What I'm going to show you today is the technical step. We are ready from MIS perspective. We are ready with the cart, we are ready with the products, we are ready with everything, but now it's a change management in the business. What we're going to give the customer, and let's discuss this in a few seconds. So again, the customers, oops, I need to switch to here. Okay. So we've got a global search, and again, the feed, and now I know who the customer is, so I can tell him that I've completed successfully completed to unlock the phone in our lab, and the device will be shipped. Everything is a push notification, and on the homepage, on the feed, and I can even ask him to complete a survey. Again, this is a different journey from a marketing perspective. I don't need to blast an email to 40,000 or 100,000 customers. I know who he is, I know exactly what survey he needs to get, I know what he did, and this is how I'm going to present it. And also in here, I can also present to him, your device is about to be expired because you purchased a term-based license, or your actions are about to be consumed and you're going to be left with nothing. Maybe you want to click here and buy. So this is what we're going to do for you. And one of the reasons of taking CloudPlace or Salesforce B2B is you can see here there are the call to action buttons that we have. And we have, the customer can purchase offline from a salesperson. He can purchase a voucher to submit his phone to us. He can read the articles, he can chat with support. But, and this is the nice thing about the B2B commerce, and I didn't, before this session we had like 2 other sessions preparing for this, and something was missing for me, and something that was missing is this. Now I have a call to action button that says add to cart. It took less than a day for the developer just to build the Lightning component just for one product. I wanted to present one product on the homepage. This is what we expect you to do. This is what we want you to do. And once you click on it, you get a cart. So when I presented the first time, I had only this box on the left and the bottom, and I didn't have the cart. A day later, the developer added the cart. I didn't have to develop a cart icon or a cart option. It's already there, it's just wrapping up as a Lightning Web component. We are using Lightning Web components, which are much better than the standard ones, and this is the main functionality for the customer and what he does. Again, the customer can also go and see a store. It is in the community, it's not outside, it's not a separate website. It will use, once we have the Einstein capabilities, it will predict what he wants to buy, what he purchased. It will allow him to do repurchasing of what he did already. But we have the store, and we can present him also. We're selling services of training on our products. So he can decide if he wants to be a certified physical analyzer. So he can do add to cart. Again, the cart will, at the top, will be updated in here. But before I do the checkout process, I want to show exiting checkout. So I can do a view cart, and on the view cart I have, again, back to why to go with B2B. I have continue shopping already out of the box. I just have to show the icon. I can do an update. I can do email the cart to someone else. We can develop a workflow that will do email cart, but they already did it for us. And we can request a quote. The request a quote is a little bit more complex, but again, the B2B is an API. It is in Salesforce. I can communicate between the B2B and the CPQ, and using our integration tool, whatever you're using, and to build a quote for a salesperson and lock the cart in here so the customer will not be able to edit it anymore, because now he's offline from the web and he's with a sales engine. But if I'm a customer and I go to the checkout process, this is a flow. This is a B2B commerce standard flow. We just replicated it into Lightning Web Component, and it allows you to do the checkout process, which I'll show in a second, with all the standard functionality. And again, when you do a checkout, just like in any other system, you can use the same billing address or you can use a different address. Everything is already pre-built for us. We don't need to think about it. They thought it for us. We just giving it a new shape. One of the things that we will work with the business now that they will define what we want to present is exactly what we want to present in here. And we'll also can give it a different UI because it is our Lightning Web Component. We can give it a different UI. The next step is the shipping, whether we want to allow the customer to select what type of shipment in case we want to send them a cable or accessories. And again, this is out of the box functionality to give you an overview of how the cart looks like with all your details, just like in the Amazon way and on eBay or whatever website you're using. The next step would be how you want to pay to Cellebrite. And when you do that, we're in B2B customers. We should give them an option not to pay with a credit card. They're not now on Amazon buying a toy for their kid. They're buying a service, they're buying a software license. The company probably going to pay for it. They probably have an agreement with Cellebrite that we're going to do it with a purchase order. We're going to allow them to upload the purchase order in here. This will, again, create an API to the CPQ, to the relevant salesperson or the sales op to approve that the order is actually matching what he selected on the website, and then approve it, and the license will be given to him. But he can also use a business credit card or his own personal card, whether it's his own training and he's expensing it later on. So you can put the card details and everything, and again, using B2B commerce that is already connected for us, for Cybersource, or to Avalara for tax, and to calculate the tax and everything. So you can put the credit card details, and hopefully that will work. And done. You've purchased a service from Cellebrite. Now, let's show how we're going to implement it for the customer. This is a customer that logged in, went to the homepage, saw a product, saw that he needs to buy a service from Cellebrite. That's not the journey. The journey would be a little bit different. The journey that we expect our customer to do is, for example, I'm now a customer. I have a voucher to send my phone to Cellebrite to unlock the phone. So whether I got it from my procurement person that has the key, then I can type the key in here, or I am the ship to contact in the opportunity and I have the key already associated. This is Salesforce data behind it. This all comes from the opportunity, assets, install base, and everything. So I can be as a customer now, and I can decide to use my voucher, and I want to send the phone to Cellebrite, so they will help me to unlock the phone or extract the data. So first step is what is I'm sending. This is an object that we just present very nice on the community. And these are the mandatory fields that we want from the customer for the next step. And if you notice, this is, again, step-by-step oriented, leading him in the journey of what we want him to do. And you can see here there are 3 dots. We're showing the customer that he has 3 steps away. He's on the second step, but again, the customer needs to ship the device to Cellebrite, but you can also drop the device at Cellebrite, so you can select the drop-off or shipping. And again, on the shipping, we're showing something familiar, the Amazon way, the same plus, the same look and feel, so you can select an address, and you can use the same address as your shipping address, or you can select a different one, and then you're jumping to another step. What is the return address that you want us to return? You can always create a new address, or you can select one exist. And this is where we expect to have, again, the B2B commerce to work for us. The customer now has vouchers. He's using one voucher for unlocking, for sending the phone to Cellebrite, but he also wants to request a UFDR report from Cellebrite, so he can select it in here. But once we extract the data for the customer, we can't just send it to him. We need to encrypt the data on another database or another drive, but he didn't purchase it. This is where we expect to have a button in here from a Lightning Web component. It will be just a button, buy now, and you add yourself to the cart already the voucher, and this again will be addressed with a business process, whether we'll allow him to start the process with this voucher and complete the purchase afterwards, or first we want to complete the purchase before he can use the voucher. But that's a business process, and this is the change management that will be in Cellebrite, because we're going to go now to the commerce. So this is where we're going to get, again, we're going to present him a buy, or you can add to the cart, and when he submits, and I've successfully created the case, and now I can ship. I will get an email from Cellebrite saying where to ship the device. I'm going to get a QR code. The QR code will work with the mobile application in the next release, and everything will roll for me. But also, once I complete the case, once I am at the case, it has steps, and you can see the chevron that we built for the customer that's explaining what step of the case it is and what step you are at Cellebrite, so you can see every time. You will get it as a push notification as well. And we have 2 steps. The first step, when you send the phone to us, would be unlocking the phone. This is not an easy task. It can take up to 19 years in several phones. So customer needs to be patient. And sometimes it takes 4 months, and sometimes it takes 4 hours. Once we unlock the phone, we can do many things with it. And let's say you haven't selected or you haven't purchased the encrypted data or the UFDR report, and you want to do it now. This is where we can also, again, show you a button in here that says, do you want a report that we will do the work for you? Do you want us to do the analytics for you? Do you want an additional services from Cellebrite before we ship you the phone back? And this is where he's going to be engaging with us. Again, once it's come to him as a push notification to his mobile, he is with us all the time. This is it for me.